Good morning in advance for tomorrow, and welcome to day 412 of eating a sheet of paper a day. I'm going to go slow, and I'm going to go quietly. Oh, yeah. That one wasn't very good. Look at this shit. That sucks. It's pretty good. Let's try that again. How am I going to do this, huh? My aim's not good enough. I'm not going to be able to get fully lengthwise down here without... Let's try it anyways. Shit, I did it. How about that? This is still way too big, but I'll work out the kinks later. Ian, 30, nice to see you. What's your score for the day? And also, what's your third favorite color? While you answer those two questions, I'll answer the first one for myself. Also, my third favorite color is, I think, dark purple. Put that there. 7.2 out of 10. Got a haircut today. Your bowl cut's just a little bit smaller of a bowl today. I like it. Yeah, maybe at whatever next picture that you post on the internet, I'll see it, or whatever next Panama you mistakenly choose to go to. 4-in-1 game pigeon. Yeah, listen, that's a series of flukes, which, by the way, every winning streak in game pigeon is a series of flukes. I'm not taking the respect away from you, but just know your good luck has run out, Caden, all right? We're going to rematch that shit, and I will get you. The amount of bad luck I had was absolutely astronomical. Like, seriously, you got to watch that. I'm sure you watched that stuff back. It was absolutely ridiculous. Third favorite's probably orange. A nice natural orange, right? Like a tangerine peel orange. None of that neon shit, because when orange goes neon, that's when stuff goes absolutely south. All right. Neon orange is probably my second least favorite color. It is terrible. Okay, so I did say I was going to answer the question about my score for the day, so I'll put that in a second. Just give me a second. I'll just put this thing right out. Of course, leave it to Ian to have conversation you can have in a text conversation here, but that's good. The two of you talk about your most recent listened to artist, and what you should do is tell us what it is. I'm guessing it's Caden. I've been told his music is popping off, which is good. You gotta what's the word? You have to network, all right? And Caden, my friend, you certainly have a network. Now, Ian, I swear to God, if you intentionally just clicked on one of his songs just to plant it there, just to impress Caden, I won't be impressed in the slightest. The total of 2 times I've listened to Caden's music, it was to listen to it. I was listening with passion. I was intaking every single piece of production, every little hidden detail Caden planted in there. No, I don't listen to his music. Then what's your last listen to artist then? All right, well, whatever. While Ian answers that question, I'm going to lick my dry lips and put my score for the day. That's going to be a 8.5. Pretty good. 7.8 out of 10. Paid 60 cents for a Blade album zip file today and played a lot of Wii Sports Bowling through a 215. I used to play Connect Sports, which I know really decreases my manhood. It was when I was younger and foolish, but I did once bowl a really good 257. No. I want Caden to find out naturally. Caden, you find that shit out naturally, and while you do that, report back to us, because I want to know what Ian's least favorite artist is. I mean, not least favorite, most recently listened to artist. I mean, those two could be the same. You never know. Maybe Ian likes to hate listen to music. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. I'm booting up Spotify right now. How many CPUs is your network running off of? It doesn't take that long. He looks at my shit weirdly often. Caden looks at everyone's shit weirdly often. I'll tell you this, he's like the 5th top viewer of my stories. Just underneath Hyro, who is probably the single most active Instagram user I have ever seen in my entire life. Like he hyper skips past all of them, but he gets put at the top of the viewer list because he just doesn't. I think he just wants his feed empty. That's his whole goal. He just hyper clicks past everything as fast as possible. That guy is going to develop epilepsy one of these years with behavior like that. Oh yeah, Cheers. That makes you look creepy. Whatever, dude. For me to call him out on looking, or to call anybody out on looking creepy, especially on the internet, be a mistake of mine because I follow everyone on my recommended, and of course, there's a whole thing of me following someone's mom. I follow requested the mother of one of your friends, Ian. Oh yeah, he's the guy who's really good at drawing. The guy's line work is sick. But yeah. Shit. Yeah, no, I followed his mom and that became a whole thing. So hey, listen. You know what? The thing I gotta say is that the internet is a place where quite literally everything gets lost in translation. So if you're gonna try and interpret someone's intent based off of a thing on the internet, try actually having a real conversation with them first before you cast any serious aspersions. Stereolab is swag. Here, let me see this. MBV Stereolab Radiohead Death Cap. Isn't Stereolab like some like online store you can buy records off of? Yeah, it is, isn't it? No, that's Turntable Lab. I'm retarded. Yeah, no, it's Turntable Lab. Yeah. MBV, I think that's My Bloody Valentine, right? You guys are so fucking into that. Come on, guys. There's more things out there than just the what 3 My Bloody Valentine albums that you guys keep milking over and over again. That's all I hear everyone talk about. In middle school, the fucks in my special ed class would never let me hear the end of it. Well, I mean, I'd probably have to listen to it first. I heard one song because my dad likes a grand total of one song by them. And I guarantee it's probably the most overplayed song too, because my dad always goes for the surface level and no further. But here, when I find it, I know what the album cover looks like. I don't even remember what the song's called, but I'm sure all of you will immediately recognize it. It's the one song. I don't even know what it's called, but this one particular song that My Bloody Valentine made was played a lot when I was a kid, like a really, really little kid. So it's permanently ingrained in my brain. So, yeah, no, I want the two of you to guess what song that is, huh? What song do you think is the one that I now have just retina burned into my brain? If my brain was a retina, right, that song would be a giant sun mark in the middle of it. All right, what song do you think that would be? What song do you think my dad would like from that artist? It was most definitely When You Sleep. Okay, here. Let's see. My Bloody Time. Okay, here. I gotta test this out. No, it's not that one. I think I know which one it is. It's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, so this is the one single song from that album or from that entire artist that my dad played. It's this one. That's all you get. I'm sure you immediately recognize it. It's Only Shallow. Yeah, no, that song is like about 5% of my brain because it was played so much, and I actually kind of like it. But it's the only My Bloody Valentine song I have ever really listened to. Yeah, it's a good song. I like it. But that's about it. Excuse me. I mean, hey, if I can get my dad to stop being camera shy, I can get him to come on here and he'll detail why he likes the song. If I did that, my dad would just go, yeah, it's pretty good, and he'd just leave. But think about my dad. Think about a lot of people, actually, is that my dad is quite a character, and he loves going into these giant rants about stuff when he's off camera. But when he's in public or on camera, he's on his best, like, good boy behavior. And it's so strange to me. I don't understand why people do that. They don't let the world see how beautiful they are, all right? My dad just goes, hello, can I have a burger, please? Thanks, goodbye. And if I bring him on camera, he's going to go, hello, can I leave, please? What the hell, Dad? I want the world to see who you really are, man. Fuck. Anyways. MBV bootleg vinyl. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing is that, are they kind of a holistic albums type of deal? Because it does seem like they'd be an artist for listening parties. Shit, they're still making stuff. Yeah, they released an album in 2013. Oh, I see. It's called MBV. So you're saying that this album's good? You're saying that they maintained their quality? Seems. Or is it one of those albums where an artist comes back and it's really, really bad and everyone just ignores it, pretend it didn't happen? I also didn't know you like Death Cab for Cutie. Actually, that is an artist that I listened a little bit more to. A little bit. Not a huge fan, all right? More of a Vampire Weekend guy, all right? Don't dox me because I said that, all right? It's not that embarrassing. Vampire Weekend is kind of cool, and people have to admit it. Excuse me. Jesus. It's getting real hard today. I came back after breaking up, and it was actually amazing. Really, 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 really. Huh. It's just not my type of music. You guys know that. But you know what? Keep it in the back of my mind. I love Vampire Weekend, but they're so like, oh, come on now. I know the singer can sound a little whiny at times, but I mean, okay. It for what it is, you guys always just love to talk about Weezer, and I know it's somewhat ironic, but I know you guys actually like the music, and I don't hear any of you fucking guys saying Weezer's lame. Weezer's like 10 times more lame than Vampire Weekend ever was. Excuse me. Hey, this piece of paper is shaped like Chile, the country. Don't let that influence how much I like it, though. Good shit. It's a good mindset to have. Oh, I hate Weezer. I don't know, man. You seem like a Weezer guy. You seem like a guy who secretly listens to Weezer. Don't worry. I see where your intentions really lie, Ian. The keyboardist is a part of a different band called Discovery that released a really good album in about 2011. Let's see if I recognize the album cover, because my dad may or may not have played it. He's really into rock, like chronically into rock, to the point where it repels me. Discovery. Not the Daft Punk album, this thing. That can't be it. Not this shit. That's not one album in 2022. That's not. They have 71,000 lit. No, that can't be it. Discovery Zone. Did you give me like a really obscure SoundCloud artist, or is this an actual thing? Well, yeah, no, it says 2022. This is not 2011. Well, it says deluxe edition, so I don't know. It's probably, yeah, no, it's Spotify always fucks up the dates on albums. They probably don't get it right. I flexed on my barber today, and I didn't get to read the rest of it, Ian, because you fucked me up, dude. The album's just a deluxe I randomly dropped. I see. Let's do it. Let's do ourselves a little preview, all right? What's this going to sound like? Let's play Orange Shirt. Okay, that's all you guys get. Sounds pretty promising. Put that on my listen list. Honestly, guys, I have so much faith in 2023, dude. It is going to be the comeback. 2022 fucking sucked. And I've said it a million times. I will say it a million more. All right? It is such a bad year. But you know what? 2023 is set up to be such a good year, dude. And I said this at Panama. I will say it again. This was the most depressing year of my fucking life. But it's all going to come back together, all right? Because ever since 2019, it's been alternating, okay? 2018, 2019, two good years in a row, all right? 2017, that was a bad year, all right? That's when I came to grips with cancel culture, and I realized, oh shit, a lot of my favorite content is being deleted en masse. So that was just a depressing ass year. 2022 was just like a sequel to that. It was just awful. 2018 and 2019 was when a lot of good music, movies, TV shows, all that good shit. That's when some of my favorite movies, TV shows, and music of all time ever came out. Those were two of the best years for music in a long, long time. Just piece of gold after piece of gold. And I should have appreciated it more while it lasted. You know. I would say Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. No, dude, listen, it's not a bad album, but you need, like, if you listened to Zoo, if you listened to parts of Taboo, if you, like, I think Unlocked even counts. It's just, like, he just sounds like every other conscious, he sounds like if you AI generated a fucking, like, if you just put every single conscious, deep rapper in a thing. It's like, I get that he's trying to be more mature by not, you know, yelling and throwing a little temper tantrum in his rap songs now. But the thing is that it makes his music so much more boring in one note. It's like, I understand where he's going for, and I still think that he's very animated with his delivery. That's great and all. But every person, like when Tabby did his reaction, when Fantano did his really stupid review of it, it's like they're just so focused on what he's rapping about that they like, Oh yeah, the production's good. That's about it. It's like, dude, how are you gonna absolutely fawn over the album as a whole, and you're just gonna dismiss the production is like 10% of the conversation? Like, production should be like 80%, maybe at least 60%. All right, because lyrics can really do a lot of justice for an album, but it's like, you can have the best lyrics ever, but if your music isn't very good, like that album's not a fucking 8. Come on, not in a million years. You two boys, or Denzel? What is Caden with me on this? Does he think that album was overrated? Because no, I honestly, Zoo is one of my favorite albums that he ever made. It's very underrated, by the way. I do think that that Automatic song was pretty shit, and the interludes are really bad. But if you get rid of that one song and you get rid of, I mean, you have like what 15 minutes worth of music, but it's still some of the most, just some of the freshest sounding shit. Melt My Eyes just sounds like Denzel. He's like getting old, and not in an entertaining way. Worst Comes to Worst and John Wayne are good songs, and The Ills, 3 good songs. That's it. It's a collection of tracks. It doesn't feel like an album. There's no. It's just him fucking around. Every track is like, it's so disjointed. It's not even. It's such a non-cohesive project. It makes me sick. It makes me want to rip my cock off and feed it to my cat. Denzel's all right. Taboo is good. Haven't listened to much else. Zoo and Unlocked are like the shortest albums you'll ever listen to, and they're very worth your time. Unlocked kind of just sounds like every song is the same at first, but it'll grow on you significantly. Which, by the way, I gave like 15 listens to Melt My Eyes, and it's just equally boring every single time. I did get the vinyl though, because I do think that the colored vinyl, it just looked cool. All right, I'm not gonna be playing it too much, but I also think that there's some design aspects of that cover that I thought was pretty cool, because they had the little gloss. They used the gloss to actually spell out the title of the album, and it was kind of hidden, so you have to tilt it a certain way with the light to see it. All right, I'll admit that was cool. Okay. Sometimes that's all albums should be, though. What are you talking about? Like, just all be lyrical studies, dude. If I wanted to place all of my bets artistically on the lyrics, man, I'd become an English major, and I don't want to become an English major. All right, I'm into stuff that works musically. Jelly Blobe, welcome. There was a guy named Phase T Food that I thought was you, which was ridiculous, because he said he gave like no details about himself except for the fact that he's black and he found me through the condom review, and I legit thought it was you. But no, you're Grub Soup. I know it's you because you found me at VidCon, right? And what do you know, huh? Domino effect. If it weren't for that shit, you wouldn't be here right now. So ahoy to you, and cheers to Domino effect. I'm going to break my camera one of these days. But speaking of which, actually, here. You know, another thing that's going to make this 2023 a lot better, hopefully, is this. This is so to answer Ian's question from like 3 days ago, I did not celebrate Christmas. We didn't have a tree. We didn't have any of that stuff because we don't really have the money to do all those commodities, and we decided to save because we're still buying off that house of my mom's very, very foolish decision to buy a Tesla, like in the worst financial period of our entire lives. Kind of set us back, like, I don't know, like a good 4 years. So we kind of just cut back on Christmas this year, which really sucked, really added to the depressive nature of this year. But this thing right here, all right, this makes it all worth it, man. Biggest W of 2022, because this is very similar to the camcorder that I filmed Content Con 2021 with. By the way, for all those who give any amount of a shit, Content Con 2022 was my phone. It was really bad. It was a terrible setup. Taped vertically to my fucking to the Content Mobile. But this, because right the day before we were supposed to film Content Con 2022, Jazz Inc. had an open mic at the Template. And the thing about the Template, it's in a really bad part of a neighborhood, and there's people who rob, steal, set fire to shit, throw burning bags of feces in. They just do a bunch of stuff, and some fucking idiot stole my camcorder and the tripod, and all the footage along with it's lost. And there was a bunch of extra footage I was planning on using for a video. So we lost a good video through that. But this is brand new. Now, this might not look like much, right? I mean, sure, you have the camera condom. Get that out of here. We also have this, all right? Now, this is the real camera condom. You see? There you go. Now it's off. Unprotected, ready to expose itself to the world, ready to expose the world to the internet, all right? It turns on, but not just that, okay? This is a real good kicker. All right? This remote right here can start recording just like that. So if, say, yeah, you have to press this button right here, bam, started recording, didn't even touch a single button on it. Isn't that crazy? I'm going to totally use this footage later in a video. Hello. All you can see is my really sweaty mouth and the piece of paper that's stuck in it. That's disgusting. Yeah, I'll probably blur that out in post, but yeah, and then you can stop recording by pressing this button. Isn't that fucking awesome? Anyways, stuff like this is what will cause a renaissance for the main channel, all right? Fuck this channel, fuck the paper streams, fuck all these like people thinking that paper eating is like my main thing on YouTube. Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's all about the main channel. It's just I've gotten lazy recently, like incredibly lazy. And I know that I think my editing skills have gotten better, like a lot better. Just go back and watch the texting and driving PSA, you'll know what I'm talking about. But people, they make a big deal out of how you know, how the editing in the most recent videos were very good. A lot of people seem to like that. But the truth of the matter is, I mean, it did take a relatively long time to make, but the thing is that shit doesn't really... It take like that entire video, filming, editing, all that was only like 2 days. It's just me, like, and I have tons of ideas all the time for videos to put on the main channel. If I actually got off my stupid sweaty ass and made new videos, I could crank out a new video on the main channel for all of you like every 3 days, legitimately. But I am so lazy and I'm so demotivated. Only once a month does one come out, and that pisses me off because that's a lot of potential that I'm screwing over for myself. So next year, I'm going to be lazy for 1 more week. And then next year, I'm going to start using this, and yes, this does plug in. And this cord's very short, but I will get a longer one. And we also have this. I don't know what this is for, but it's apparently a lens hood. I tried it, like, positioning it any way I could on the lens. Didn't work. I'm retarded, but I will figure it out later. These are all the cords for charging the stuff. And this, I'm very excited about this. Just wait till you see this shit. So, yeah. Looks like a useless hunk of metal, huh? What's so special about this? Well, I'll fucking show you. Hold on, I have to take this out of the thing again. This is gonna look so lame when it finally, because I'm hyping it up a lot, but I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm so excited about this because this is pretty much just a film, like a mini amateur filmmaking set that I was given for Christmas. So we have to unscrew this, position it more like that, tighten that. Oh yeah. Oh, get ready to have your mind fucking blown. So, or I could do this. No, that doesn't work because this will bend that way. No, it's meant to be held like this. I'm still figuring it out, okay? Just bear with me here, all right? So I can hold this. I can hire some stupid goonie to hold this or something like that, or I can tape this to the Content Mobile, which makes it even better. And then I use the fucking remote, and you'll see that it's recording because there's be a little red thing that'll pop up, right? I'm not touching any buttons on here. I'm pressing this button on this remote. Watch this shit. Did it start? Well, okay, no, the red thing pop. I just didn't see it, but you saw that, right? It was right in the corner here. Okay, I'm going to probably delete those videos because those were just not even anything. But that's so fucking awesome, and you can't deny it. I smashed my mic. That's on accident. But all right, I'll dismantle all this stuff. And then I can turn it off. Whew, boy, can this year get any better. Oh, my God. All right. Sorry. Okay, let me read what I missed in the chat. I was very excited about that. I was in the Squishmallow line. I got an eggplant. I named her Miss Samantha. I was going to buy an old phone off eBay to record for VidCon, but after the ticket, I literally only had $5, and all my lunch was off EBT. Oh, shit, yeah. I'll say this. The lunch at VidCon was kind of bad. The pizza was very stale. I suspect there are a couple bugs inside of there, but that is okay because I got to meet you, and I like you. What is this thing at the bottom of the box? Is this relevant in any way? It's like this green slip of paper. Is this just a sticker or something that I put on my car hood? This is not stylish at all. Why would I ever put it? It's just the recycled sign. It's not made. All right, well, whatever. Fuck that. Very, very good piece of equipment. I'm happy to have it. Anyways, I want a camcorder so bad. Brian, I think it's more about the idea of writing than the editing. Not trying to tell you how to make content, but I don't think editing is what... Oh, no. I'm not worried about the editing. What I'm saying is that the motivation of... like, it's also about having confidence in an idea. But the thing is that my videos are already of the dumbest shit possible, and it's like there are no standards. That's what makes it so great. But the thing is that I just go like, dude... to make a video and just get it just seems so tiring to me. And no, the issue isn't the editing at all. The editing's the easy part. The hard part is just the act of just having to DIY my way into, like, because the thing is that I don't that the reason why this is infinitely easier, like this whole camera setup with this shitty Razer microphone, this is easier because I don't have to come up with a new idea for each stream. I'm just talking into a microphone and eating paper like an idiot. That's all I'm doing for the entire thing. I'm not coming up with any new ideas. My whole thing for the main channels is I don't really want to do the same video twice, which is why I wanted to make Content Con kind of a different thing every single time. Although for 2022, I kind of made the mistake of just doing the same thing but upgraded, which of course would just result in a shitty sequel, right? Because that's a lot of mistakes that big movie studios make, right? They try to, The Simpsons movie 2, Homer is extra bald, and he says dough a total of 450 times. That's never happened before in a movie. And it's like, dude, if you just try to go large scale just for the sake of it, it's like, come on. Or shock value, right? Bart gets raped in this one. It's like, dude, everyone's going to hate your movie because you're trying to just shock people and you're just trying to use a bunch of surface level shit, all right? Which is why I want Content Con, if 2023, if I'm going to do it, which I'm like very averse to doing it, but if I were to hypothetically do such a thing, I would make it I would make it a totally different deal. It'd be apples and oranges, I'd go back to basics, because with Content Con 2022, I was surrounding myself with Dave, with Will, with Ryan, with all these people who are already friends with me and we're already a community. It's like the thing that made Content Con 2021 actually work is I was in a group of, like, the thing is that I did not expect for Will and Ryan, and I did not expect for anyone to actually show up because it was an unannounced convention. So Content Con 2021 worked because I came in with the expectation of just carting around, fucking around, no one would know me, but I completely forgot that was around the same time that lunch would go out, right? And then all the kids, like, unfortunately, the majority of which in that grade already knew me because, again, I was out of that school, but in previous years, those same kids had witnessed me in the same school as them, fucking around, doing my internet shit, or doing in-person shit. And, so things went in my favor. But the thing is that I think that I could make a good video off of just kind of just interactions with strangers who probably would want their face blurred, but whatever, we'll do it in post, right? Editing is no issue. But, yeah. Editing's the easy part. Hard part's just waking up in the morning and going, I'm going to film a video today. It's like, dude, I used to have that spark because the entirety of my life just used to be a giant DIY project with the mindset of this could end absolutely disastrously, but I'm totally cool with it. But now it's like, it's just exhausting for me to even think about. Which, honestly, I DIY tons of shit still in my life. It's just specifically with videos. I have just this weird thing with, which I want to get rid of, right? I just have to go, because the mindset I would have with every video, and the mindset I still have with every video, and the mindset I want to continue to have is, we don't know how this video is going to go. It might end absolutely disastrously. Like, when I filmed Content Con 2021, I was saying to myself, dude, this is going to be probably the worst video ever. That's what I said for many of my, honestly, my favorite videos now. Some of my favorite videos, when I film them, I'm like, dude, this is so shit. This is not even good. But then after I edited it, all right, or sometimes the video by itself was just good. Trust me, with that condom review, I know that a lot of the reasons it gets views is just because of the title, right? It's not really entirely about the content, but I get a lot of talk from people about how much they enjoyed the actual content of that really shitty garbage video. And I'm going to myself, like, I did not like that video when I had zero faith in it doing anything. It's like, dude, whatever. I'm going to tell you a secret. All the food from VidCon was from Costco. Did they store the pizza in a dank basement for like 2 weeks? Because the pizza from Costco is like infinitely better than anything at VidCon. I'll tell you that. And it was 10 times as expensive too, which makes it even worse. Condom reviews D tier content. Exactly, dude. The fuck am I telling you? That's Thank you. Caden C's reason. I think we've talked about this before on how I agree the condom review is extraordinarily overrated. I don't know why everyone fucking likes it so much. A video I still have disagreements about is the anti-dad rep. That video sucked ass. That video was so fucking garbage, and people still really like it. I think it's just the idea of just some small fetus child having a feud with his dad. That was the whole idea of it. So if you're into that stuff, then you're into that stuff. Oh yeah, also the racial slurs. That attracts people. People like that. So feud with dad, small child who was like 16 at the time, racial slurs. It was like the holy trinity. The holy trinity of an overrated video. So, you know, if you guys are into that shit, search that video out from like 3 years ago. God damn it. There you go. That's how you put it in there. Activity will pop. Yeah, Jelly Blob, if you can if you can network my my racial slur filled anti-dad rap, that'd be great. And you'll totally give me diversity points. You'll totally go, hey man, Brian's friends with me. I totally politically affiliate myself with this video. Also, this was a gift from Santa. I guess Santa has a very surface level understanding of who I am, because he got me some Suck UK pens, but that are also drumsticks. No fucking way. Yeah, Christmas this year sucked. But you know what? You'd be surprised how well these sound on a cymbal, which makes me kind of wonder about how Vic Firth's really expensive ass drumsticks. Wonder how hacky those are. The wood here is significantly worse though. It's stuff that you'd find in the dollar store, but still it sounds surprisingly decent. Although the acoustics in my garage are so bad. I want to show up to Panama. I want to show up to Panama with these, and so I'm going to reach in my stick bag, and Gilbert, especially Christopher Holiday, he's so serious about everything. Gilbert's going to call me up, and I'm just going to show up with these, and Gilbert's going to go, what the fuck are those? I'll go, you see, these are pens, so in case I need to write down some music notation in the middle of the song for any reason, I can do that, but they're also drumsticks. All right, 1, 2, 3, let's go. I'm going to be immediately kicked out, but you know what? I'll do it. I'll fucking, On the very first Panama I went to a while ago, in fact, if I remember, it was like 2.5 years ago, because it was an on and off thing back in the day for me, but I remember I made a whole thing out of bringing that train whistle, and I would toot it very, very religiously. So, because I remember the first time I went was like right before the pandemic hit, and I made a point to use that train whistle, so I associated with that period of time. Be right back unless you die in the time it takes for me to return. My friend, I eat paper for a living, so you never know. Santa is a crazy fella. You got to get so popular that the cons invite you. I'll work up to that. Best gift, almost agree. This is a very, very close second. But, yeah, no, in fact, be right back unless you die in the time it takes for me to return, or unless I finish my paper and end the stream, which is what I just did. Just finished the last piece. Do I enjoy fulcrum? Fulcrum. What's fulcrum? Hey, Siri, what's fulcrum? It's a lever. No, that's not. It's just giving me the Wikipedia entry for lever. Thanks, Siri. For nothing. Fulcrum. Fulcrum, the, Okay, Caden, clarify what fulcrum means. I'll read Ian's thing, and then I will end the stream. I always do this. I remember when I first started watching you, you were conflicted on what I wanted to pursue. Anything changed since about 3 months ago? Absolutely not. No, I still have no idea what I'm doing. But you know what? A big reason for this stagnation is because of college being very, very unreliable, because they decided to keep mandates, right? So I was stuck in a semester of completely online college because I refused to go into a college with the mandates because they're very twitchy about that stuff. And would you know it? It was just like high school, or it was just like online high school, and it was really bad. And I didn't make any connections. It was like the whole point of why I took that semester was completely wasted. So that was a wasted semester. But you know what? I'm getting back into it. All right, and I'm going in person next year at Mesa. All right, doing a philosophy class, which there's going to be a lot of snooty people to make connections with over there. And there's also going to be just a jazz ensemble class. All right. That shouldn't be too hard, all right? We shouldn't have too much trouble with that. So, Fulcrum, a silly internet man named Fulcrum. Okay, I'll look him up on YouTube or TikTok. I don't want to do that. Fuck that. Yeah, we're going on YouTube. Fulcrum. We got to see what type of videos this guy makes. Fulcrum poops his pants. That's like the first result I get. Very good first impression. Subscribing immediately. Yeah, no, this does seem like a YouTuber that you'd watch, Caden. Blinkers and Target. I got too lit. Yeah, this is your thing for sure. I will bookmark this shit right now. Thank you very much, Caden, for your recommendation of the day. I value them greatly. Your contributions to this community are greatly appreciated. Here, put this off to the side. That's added on my watch list. Thoughts on the neighborhood of Mira Mesa? I have not been in it enough, and I haven't been shot at enough in that neighborhood to really understand what the dynamic is like over there. I will answer that question later once I actually am inside of Mesa. All right? Now, for now, I will see all you fellas later. That'll be day 413. Thank you very much for watching. Yes, I will get a haircut soon. And make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And this is goodbye. 35 minutes. Holy shit. All right. See all you later. Good night. Good night, everybody. Goodbye forever. All right, Jelly Blobe, don't jump off a building, and I will see you all next time.